Zoa, Prime, The Rock, Logan Paul, two of the most recognizable figures in global entertainment, both leveraging their influence to promote energy drinks. The rapid growth of this industry is not accidental. It reflects two powerful consumer motivations. For Dwayne Johnson, energy is part of his brand. His entire image is built around intensity, discipline, and constant forward motion. Zoa sells that spirit in a can, strength as a lifestyle. Logan Paul, on the other hand, represents the new era of digital intensity, the algorithmic grind of attention itself. Prime captures that energy, speed, novelty, virality, the promise that you can keep up if you just drink what he drinks. Both brands thrive on the same psychology, energy as identity. They don't just sell beverages, they sell belonging in a world where everyone feels like they're falling behind.
Dwayne, I feel like celebrities are all now launching their own drinks. We just talked to Carrie Underwood a few days ago about her deal with Body Armor. Why are you getting into this space?
We're getting into this space because we had identified that there was a need, and B, I think a really interesting and exciting white space.
But behind the marketing and muscle is the same biological story. Whether it's Zoa, Prime, or your daily coffee, all these products work on the same principle. They block the signals of fatigue rather than restoring the system that causes it. That's why the boost never lasts. But here's the twist most people either don't know or don't think about. Energy drinks do more than just wake you up. They also interact with hormones, specifically estrogen. Now, most people hear the word estrogen and think female hormone, but it's not that simple. Both men and women have it. It is present in everyone, just in different amounts. Estrogen plays a big role in regulating how the body feels, thinks, and responds to the world. And it's not just about reproduction, but when it becomes dominant, everything slows down. People feel tired for no reason, less motivated, and more easily overwhelmed. Every day, millions of people reach for energy drinks and coffee without realizing they're fighting a hormonal tug of war inside their own body, one that modern stress and constant stimulation only make worse. But before we break this down, I want to introduce something, this channel and the forum behind it. It's called Apophenia. Here we connect the idea that biology directly shapes behavior. Every aspect of societal decline, from dating and focus to motivation and reactions, is driven by hormones such as estrogen. If you've ever wondered why things feel off, why it's harder to connect, to think, to care, this is why. Most people are running on the wrong hormones. Everything I talk about comes back to that one idea. Biology explains behavior. And once you understand it, you start to see the entire system for what it is. And now back to Zoa and Prime. Before we dive into the ingredient labels, let's quickly revisit why these drinks feel like they work. It's not just the caffeine, it's the entire cascade that happens inside your body the moment you take that first sip. Caffeine stimulates calcium channels, increases electrical activity in your cells, and accelerates energy production in the mitochondria, the engines of your cells. That's why you feel alert. Estrogen is a stress hormone. It's what your body produces when it's under strain, nutrient deprivation, inflammation, or metabolic slowdown. It makes you sluggish, foggy, and reactive. It's the opposite of the sharp, driven, focused feeling most people want when they reach for an energy drink. Caffeine antagonizes that. It inhibits aromatase, the enzyme that converts testosterone into estrogen. And by doing that, it removes one of the biggest brakes on your metabolism. That's why after drinking caffeine, people feel mentally lighter, more stable, and even emotionally sharper. It's not just energy, it's relief from estrogenic stress. But here's the twist. While caffeine pulls you out of that fog, other ingredients can drag you right back into it. Anything that agonizes the estrogen receptor, meaning it mimics estrogen, has the opposite effect. Now on to the ingredient labels, beginning with The Rock's Zoa. We'll leave the zero sugar topic for the next video. This one's about the formula themselves, what they claim to do versus what they actually do. Zoa brands itself around clean energy, green tea, natural caffeine, amino acids, antioxidants. It sounds good, but antioxidants blunt oxidative metabolism, the very process that caffeine amplifies. In other words, they cancel each other out. Phenolic compounds, for example, are a perfect case. These show up as polyphenols, found abundantly in things like green tea and vegetables. the very ingredients that get labeled as clean energy or antioxidant rich. Polyphenols are powerful plant-derived estrogens. So while Zoa markets its green tree extract and antioxidants as natural performance boosters, they actually act on the same hormonal pathway that caffeine is trying to suppress. You end up with a kind of biological tug of war. One compound pushing metabolism forward, another pulling it back. That internal tug of war between caffeine and plant estrogens doesn't just cancel energy, it destabilizes it. As the caffeine wears off, the polyphenols in green tea and other additives start to dominate. Estrogenic signaling increases again, slowing oxygen use and dulling the nervous system. That's the crash. Not from sugar or fatigue, but from the rebound of the very hormones caffeine was holding back. Prime energy, on the other hand, builds itself like a sports drink with caffeine, containing electrolytes, taurine, and sweeteners. Taurine is interesting. It's not just there for hydration or focus, it also powerfully interacts with your hormones. Taurine supports calcium flow in muscle and nerve tissue, which helps stabilize energy production. It prevents electrical overload, the kind of jittery energy you get from pure caffeine, by keeping the nervous system grounded. In that way, taurine acts like a biological shock absorber. In studies on rats and cultured Leydig cells, taurine at low to moderate doses has been shown to increase testosterone secretion, supporting testicular function and even sperm health. What's more, the relationship runs both ways. Testosterone itself enhances taurine synthesis by activating androgen receptors that drive the enzyme pathways responsible for producing taurine in the liver. So the healthier your androgen system, the more taurine your body can make and use properly. Estrogen, on the other hand, does the opposite. It suppresses taurine biosynthesis. Next comes the catch: artificial sweeteners. Both The Rock and Logan Paul confidently market their drinks as zero sugar, but they still activate the brain's glucose sensors. When the sweetness hits your tongue, your body prepares for fuel that never arrives. On paper, they both look engineered for balance, hydration, energy, focus. But when you break down the chemistry, that balance starts to look more like contradiction. So both of these drinks stimulate energy, but neither create it. They borrow it, pulling from your own reserves, pushing your body into temporary overdrive and calling it performance. That's not sustainable energy. It's chemical credit, and eventually it comes due. And that's what makes the zero sugar trend so deceptive. It's marketed as clean, as disciplined, as the healthier choice. But what if that very claim is false? In the next video, the truth about zero sugar energy drinks celebs swear by, this will be expanded upon, and I'll break down what zero sugar actually means for your brain and hormones.